for your students in this way, and being able to teach your teachers how to use them, as well as partnering with them to do that. And if there's any questions or input, we know you've had a really long meeting. We were going to invite a discussion, but so we would just leave it that you will bring us up if you need that.
Amy, I do have one question. What release forms are you using? Because we're doing video modeling, and we've had some bumps in the road with our release forms.
The standard release forms that are being used at the beginning of the year for photo release are the basic, and that's the foundation. But when we start to be able to do something a little bit different, usually, and what we've done with several of our parents is just, first of all, invite them into the process and tell them what they're doing, and then that's not a problem and there's no need. If we do feel we need some additional format for that, we can outline exactly what we're doing and videoing and send it home. Yeah.
So you don't have a standard one made up yet?
Well, we've kind of individualized it based on what we're doing. I mean, if it's a sometimes we don't really need them, because we're not using students in them, in some of them. In some of them where we are doing an electronic portfolio, most of our families have really been just great with that.
Can you chime in on that, Amy?
Yeah, absolutely.
If there are students involved, then we are using the standard SBCSS video release form.
And the other thing too is that there have been times, and Elaine will talk about this too, where if we are ever unsure of that, we will edit every other student out except for that particular student.
I just want to kind of bring up, we have a kiddo that we're working on, that we had to adapt the video release because mom didn't want to use it as any other educational purposes other than for video modeling. So her student can watch it. She didn't want it to go anywhere else.
Right.
So that was I think the concern that we
But that was not San Bernardino's, that was districts, wasn't it? I think it was our form.
So we modified it, but that is a reality out there, that there are some parents that don't mind you doing video modeling or e-portfolios for that purpose and that purpose.
Absolutely. We're very conscious of that confidentiality, and realize too that, just as with any other format of reporting, that we need to be as conscientious as possible with that. And of course, the electronic portfolio for IEP purposes is our most restrictive in that arena.
I think one of the other things you've done, which I think is just, probably not a requirement, but is courteous to the teacher, is the teacher always has an opportunity to review any of the taping that's being done in their classroom, and if they have any concerns about that, because teacher may not have the same rights to confidentiality, but we want to respect that as part of the process.
Absolutely. They get the final editor's cut, right? Or,
Coming down.
Don't get mad. Don't get mad.
What if we just hit him?
We're almost done.
Is anybody?
No, they're
Oh,
almost
okay.
done.
You can come back.
If no one's here, I'll come back and
Swing
oh,
away.
But Jean, thank you for that. That's a really important question.
I have a question. If you've done a e-portfolio for a student, is it given to the parent? Does it go to the student file sometimes, depending? Yes?
All of that's possible, yes.
I was going to add that I was at that IEP meeting. It was amazing. So this was like a test case of how this would work, and the teacher and Amy and Elaine worked so close together to present the goals and then show the evidence. And it was a meeting where honestly, from that hello to the end, everybody was smiling and oohing and awing. It was so powerful, so powerful. It sold me completely.
Well, this particular, that particular one is Elaine's production, along with the teacher. And it really did end up being a very powerful experience. And we were out of Kleenex, and we had to pass around a roll of toilet paper, but it worked.
Even in very simple cases, I know that we've had success with language and speech where parents aren't sure what they're doing at home and they might report something different. To actually have, from the beginning of the year and throughout the year, for the parent to see. And in many cases, it's been like, oh, well, now I know what I can expect at home versus just what's written on a piece of paper. They can
off the picture puts a face and a name and a person to it. And I think if you just think about doing a language sample alone, it would bring so much power. Or as in Mountain View School District, there is a teacher who does reading samples with each of her students at the beginning of every month on an iPod. And they all have it, they all manage it, they manage their own folders. And so what you have is the documentation of reading progress for all of that time. And it's all managed by them. They know it's their turn to do it, and they pull up those iPods and do it.
They can use those iPods better than just about.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Amy, our council will tell us to become a student member. So you do have to, do it. It's not optional.
Sorry.
I think the last item is just a communication item, and just to kind of let you know, DWA is continuing with their free webinar series. So if you have an opportunity or interested in any of these topics, you can either view them on the day they are presented, or they do archive them. So if you're not available